Cóireála agus Fáilte Rómhair. You're all very welcome, and I really appreciate it. It's important that we have trust in public bodies, and I'm a firm believer in public bodies, and also doing the best we can, which is not very good in 10 minutes to hold you to account, but I have read all of the documentation. I realise the volume of patients that you put through your hospitals on a regular basis, every day, every year, and also the staff. However, I'm going to deal with CHI first and then come to the NPF as best I can. Ms Nugent, you were here on the last occasion and you talked about openness and accountability, and I went back on your statement, and I'm not going to be personal in any way, but honestly, I have no idea how you didn't highlight the internal report from 2021-22. Why didn't you do that?
That's the unpublished report that I referred to in my statement.
I'm just asking a specific question. You know well which report, and it wasn't referred to you. You didn't refer to it. I have it here in front of me, and we've got a summary of it, and we've got a legal opinion. I'm not going into any of that. I'm asking you why you didn't refer to that report when you were before us.
The last time?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know about it.
You didn't know about it at all?
No.
When did you find out about it?
I found out about it when the media query came in.
Okay. Well, that's very significant, really, isn't it? Because, I mean, we've all read the report as best we can, and it's absolutely damning, the bits we see in terms of culture. I haven't the time to read it out. You can take it that I've read every single bit of it. Multiple legacy and deep-rooted issues existed, but they weren't addressed, and so on. 2 senior examiners were appointed. Who can tell me about that report and why Ms Nugent wasn't informed about it?
I suppose it was originally a HR report.
No, if you didn't know about it, so is there anyone here that can tell me why Ms Nugent didn't know about this very important report? Sorry, ma'am.
Take a chance for that. I think this is because I think a lot of the issues that were raised in that report were actually had been addressed. That would be. So many of those issues were actually resolved and repeated.
You obviously had handover period in relation to Ms Nugent. Was she not informed about all these legacy issues and some of them ongoing?
Yeah, I think we were just starting, actually, to be quite honest, and in relation to that, and I wasn't in the CEO position since October 2023.
So there was somebody acting in the CEO, and so why
this.
didn't it happen with that person?
I can't.
Yeah, you see, honestly, I want to stand reassured, but I don't take reassurances. Do you know what I do? I take the reports from the Controller and Auditor General, any staff, and we read them, and then we highlight what's been highlighted to us to get reassurance that the procedures and practices are in place, not just in place, but are working. Clearly, they weren't working. Clearly, they weren't working, and there's nobody here today to tell me why the new CEO wasn't aware of this report, which has ongoing consequences. So even the NTPF is mentioned in that, and you didn't highlight that. You didn't know about it. It takes the media, and it takes all of this. I'm just going to park that for the moment, except it's a shocking report. I'm not going to enter whether it should be published in full, because what I have is utterly shocking. Even the training was stopped. The culture was so toxic. So how can you have openness and accountability, a high turnover of staff, no trainees allowed, trainees stopped, and a bullying and toxic culture, and you don't know about that? You're not made aware of it, and so on. Really. How many reports are there now arising from that toxic culture and that failure for governments? I'm going to help you. We have lots of internal reports. Then we have HIQA. Then we have the one on the unnecessary hip surgery, the word I can't pronounce. We're waiting on a third report, isn't that right? What's the nature of that report?
That's a HSE commissioned report called the NIAGM report in relation to...
When is that coming?
It's a HSE commissioned report, so I don't have the time.
What's that on?
That's on a review of spinal cases done by a specific surgeon.
So wouldn't you admit, given those reports, all the internal reports, not to mention the NTPF, which we're coming back to, and another internal report there, something is seriously amiss, notwithstanding the great work that's been done. And I want to acknowledge that HIQA said there was a burden on management that wasn't tolerable. They're my words, but paraphrasing it. I want to acknowledge all of that. But in the meantime, this is the legacy. Unnecessary surgery being done, delayed spinal surgery, and implants going in that weren't. Okay. You all agree that this is simply intolerable, unacceptable, and the procedures have utterly failed. So you come here there to reassure us, and you're not aware of it. So it's difficult to get reassurance from that, isn't it?
I suppose just to reassure you, in the handover I had from the previous interim CEO, they did highlight cultural issues and challenges, and that's why it is a focus for us moving forward.
Okay, so I understand that you carried out a review in 24, did you, an external review of the effectiveness of the Board of Management?
That would have been the Bob Semple report.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, there was a review done.
Was that by somebody outside?
Externally, yes.
External. What did that cost?
I don't know. I don't
No?
know.
Anybody know? No? Okay, you might come back and tell us.
Sure.
How many recommendations?
There were a number of recommendations in relation to, I suppose, housekeeping.
How many recommendations?
I don't know. I didn't
Okay.
see the full
You see,
report.
these are the things that reassure us, honestly. You tell us the report, you tell us what the recommendations are, you tell us what is the status of the recommendations and their implementation. That's what's very helpful. Your financial statement says an external report should be carried out every 3 years. Has that been done in the past? Every 3 years of the board's effectiveness?
Yes, they've had annual internal.
No, external.
And then external ones every 3. I'd have to know.
That's okay. So maybe, again, that would be very helpful for us to say, look, we've carried out an external report as per our duty and obligation, and we've done it every 3 years. These are the results, and that's not coming from you. That's not coming from you. We're going through all of this, and it's not coming from. I'm just watching the time, so I'm going to the NTPFA. Are you planning for your own demise?
Well, ultimately, Deputy, you're absolutely right.
Are you planning for your own demise? And when are you planning for it? And what steps are you taking?
I'll hand over to Ms. Brady in a minute, but ultimately the plan is that our game plan, if you like, is to reduce waiting lists to the extent that eventually the HLE
I know that
won't need us.
You're in existence a quarter of a century. Obviously, not you. There's something wrong. You're simply implementing government policy. I'm not absolute criticising you at all. I'm going to go back to some constructive criticism in the failure of your procedures to detect what was going on. But you're there implementing policy. Presumably it was supposed to be a short-term measure. Quarter of a century later, it's rising exponentially, isn't it? The costs and the numbers availing of it. Maybe you mightn't agree with the word exponentially, but it's rising.
It is rising.
Okay, all right. So the Minister has clearly said she wants to reduce this. Has she been in touch with you in relation to that?
We've had a meeting.
Good. Will there be follow-up meetings then to plan that you'll no longer be necessary at what point in time? That hasn't happened yet?
No, it hasn't happened
Okay.
yet.
All right. In relation to your own review of the board effectiveness, you had a review of your effectiveness as a board. What were the results of that?
The results that we do this every year.
Yeah.
And
what issues, if any? I mean, do you get a clean bill?
There were no major issues emerged.
Any minor issues? You do a review of a board to find out what the issues are. What are the issues?
We do, and the issues are always have been around the degree to which we devolve responsibility to the CEO and the management team. I mean, is that the right balance, for example?
Okay. Did any issue come up in relation to how money was being spent from the National Treatment Purchase Fund in hospitals? Did any of that come up proactively from your review or from your internal mechanisms?
No.
No. Do you think that's acceptable? You know, when you reflect on that as a board, do you think there are some issues there for you? From your Audit and Risk Committee, from your Patient Committee? No issues emerged there in relation to any of these issues?
In relation to the issues that are current out there now, no.
Because but that's a cause for reflection, isn't it? You learn from the media, is it, about the difficulties with the funding and how it's being used?
We are concerned with the implications of our Memorandum of Understanding and how that works, absolutely.
I understand, and I read that. There's more than one, is there? Or else I have a repetition. Is it one memo of understanding? Or is it?
We have a Memorandum of Understanding with each hospital.
Yeah. And so how were you... Obviously it wasn't complied with, isn't that right, from what we know?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so now we have a review going on by the Health Executive trying to find out in relation to hospitals and how widespread this is. Now, if I go back to Ms Nugent, you took great care to tell us that the media reports were wrong and to tell us that this didn't happen in a private clinic. Personally, it's immaterial to me. What is important is that the consultant was doing this in a private clinic and in a clinic on a public hospital privately. You see, you're shaking your head.
Yeah,
so just
sorry.
let me simplify it for me. So public patients are seen by a consultant on a Saturday through the National Treatment Purchase Fund. Isn't that right?
Organised by CHI operations, involving other CHI staff like nursing and administration.
That was one of a number of consultants, wasn't it?
Yeah, we would have quite a number of clinics.
And were the other consultants involved in that work on a Saturday?
We would have varying clinics going on Saturday. In this individual Pacific clinic from the report, it was one consultant who did 5 clinics.